Okay. Just waiting, making sure I've got a connection. Yeah, all working. Feel a little bit low. Hang on. That's better. Okay. Hello everybody. Monday. Nearly the end of November. Can you believe that this time, in a month's time, Christmas will all be over and we'll be looking forward to New Year? So what is 2018 about for you? Have a think about that and see how it's reflects and works with your own spiritual awareness and your idea of connection to your higher self. Hi Melanie, great to see you. Lovely to have you on live. If you're coming here and are seeing me, please let me have an emoji or tell me where you are so that I know who I'm talking to. Can't tell you how much it helps me because I feel like I've got an audience out there. So what can I tell you about how to advance your spiritual awareness and connection? Well, those of you that know me know that that's what I'm all about. It's a real important factor in your feeling of self-belief. If you're able to really hear your intuitive guidance system and you know that you're never alone and you know that you're part of something much more than what you can see and are completely supported, then your feeling I can't even explain it. Your feeling of being a power in its own right, just you, grows. And that's what advancing your spiritual awareness and connection means for me. And that's what I see happen with my clients. So if you're hopping on the replay or you're just watching this for the first time and don't know me, I'm Sarah Negus, the modern day shaman. I'm a master of energy and my whole superpower is helping you to look inside yourself and discover and master your absolute unseen potential. So how do you think you can expand, advance your spiritual awareness and your connection? Well, the first thing is there's a few things that are really simple, but we forget to do it time and time again. I know I do sometimes. You've got to clear your mind. Yes, we can sit down with all intention to be sitting and being very quiet in our stillness and being centered. But if you've still got the shopping lists going on in your head, or that argument you had with your partner, or that feeling of unfairness around a different situation, or you're being triggered by things that are happening that you're seeing online or in your workplace, write it out of you. Now, journaling is great, but journaling is there as a record for you. It helps you process. When I'm saying clear your mind chatter, I mean get it out of you. Really just write it, free write it, almost like stream of consciousness, and then never look at that stuff again. Do it every day. Do it before you sit down to sit with yourself. Then, when you do sit with yourself, call your energy back. Now, the fact that you've got mind chatter going on and you're thinking about that situation, or you're having emotional content to another situation, means that you're attaching energetically to different things out and around you. Now, if you want to really hear your intuitive guidance, you need to call your energy back to you. And that's a simple thing to do. You sit and you make sure you're grounded. You make sure your back is up straight, and then you call your energy back. There's no excuses to it. You just do it. You're firm and your intention is strong. It's your energy. You have dominion over it. You have power over it. Make the decision that you want it to be within you, in your center, in your midline, so that you can hear your higher self. Now, your higher self, as I've said to you over a few days now, comes through on a neutral vibration. It will not hold an energetic content. These are my notes. It will come through on a neutral voice. But that neutral voice can sometimes be so quiet because our other voices, our inner voices, our self-doubt can be very, very loud. So learning to recognize your neutral voice comes with practice. And it often comes with hindsight. I knew that was going to happen. And when you have those moments when you recognise that you heard yourself but you didn't act, that's when you use your journal, because the next time you hear yourself, you're going to use that awareness. You're going to use that connection and go and do something with it. So if it's saying, if you're asking your higher self, what can I do this week to better live a happier life, to have a more fulfilled business, and an idea comes through, or the picture of something comes through, or a kind of a tingling in your skin comes through, that is a sign that your higher self is guiding you. So look at where it's guiding you and go there. Don't forget it. Just do it. That is your ability to then co-create, because you will have pressed the go button on your intuitive guidance. You know that you're being listened to. You know your answers are being, your questions are being answered. But no point in getting the answers and then not doing anything with it. As you know, if you're listening to me, energy comes and goes, and you need to be able to ride it, be in the flow. So the other thing to do is, when you are sitting with yourself, when you have cleared your monkey mind, your mind chatter out, ask positive questions. Now, this can be quite difficult to do. So things that you're working on, and it might be, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen. Or, oh my gosh, so-and-so is really upsetting me. The questions you need to be asking your higher self are things like, how can I experience a better relationship with so-and-so and so-and-so? How can I push my boundaries a little bit and expand myself and move towards my potential? And I tell you what, if you're listening carefully, you will be given an idea. It happened to me just recently, in that I had a old client of mine who works in a corporate environment, and she'd said to me a while ago, Sarah, why don't you make a pitch to us in terms of your self-belief, in terms of your energetic work? And it was about a year ago, and I remember thinking, no, I'm not going to do that, even though I was getting all these goosebumps. So I talked myself out of it. The thing is, it came around again, and this time I was ready. This time I went, okay, I'm going to do that. This is it. Here you go. And you know what? It's come through. So don't ignore yourself. Don't talk yourself out of it. Forget your excuses. If you've got excuses, know that that is you being afraid of how powerful you are. Go and do it, even though you've got excuses. Reframe them. So one of the favourite questions I have on a Monday, when I am wanting to expand my spiritual awareness of myself and my connection, is, how can I best serve the expansion of my life and my business this week? Now, sometimes I get the message, Sarah, go back to bed, because I'm really tired. And the best way I can serve my energy and my connection is to go to sleep for a little while, to stop everything and to just be, or go for a walk. Or it might be get in touch with so-and-so and so-and-so, which it was this morning, and I did that, and I now have a brand new client. And that sort of thing comes if you're properly listening, if you're listening to the neutral tune of your inner guidance, if you're listening to your higher self, if you're ignoring or overcoming or reframing your self-doubt. Works really well. Now, the other thing that you can do, remember, your higher self is neutral. If you are getting an emotional response to something, this is an opportunity. If there's an emotional response to a person, a situation, a goal, then this is your inner world, your shadow coming and saying, oh, that's not safe, we don't know it. It means that change is coming for you, so embrace it. Any emotions are coming in, it means that energy hasn't moved enough. So there's more processing for you to do, and it might be that there will always be some sort of emotional timber on one particular aspect of your life. I know I have often a deep sadness within me, and now that deep sadness is existential. It's about the whole of our earth and the suffering that is here. And I've done ever such a lot of looking at it and turning it around and shifting it within myself. But there's always a new level of it. So every time something comes around for you to process, embrace that process. Do it with gusto, be grateful for it, and celebrate how far you come with it. Because I tell you what, it will be opening your channel. It'll be opening your channel up to your higher self and all that you can be. Now, the reframe, that's the other thing. So these thoughts, the self-doubt thoughts, I'm going to give you some of mine. Sometimes I think, oh my God, I'm so tired, I can't see a way forwards. So a reframe, how can I easily move forwards in my life right now? You see how that's easy? Positive question to ask my higher self, rather than me affirming something that's not going to get me anywhere. No one respects my views. This is something that I say to my family all the time. That's not helpful, not to anybody. And my higher self can't help me with that thought. So I'm going to reframe it. How can I easily express my views and remain fully present and in my own power? And then the information comes. Maybe not today, but it will come when I'm ready to fully hear it and embrace it. Now, the more you practice stillness, the more you practice centering, that calling your energy back in, the more you practice grounding, i.e. connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with Gaia, inviting her energy into you, going outside. The more you reframe your negative excuses and statements, the more you will uncover all sorts of magical things within you, and the more you'll be able to hear your higher self. So the clearer your energy becomes, the easier you're going to be able to hear your own intuition. The more you can feel part of the greater consciousness, the more you're going to feel supported, loved, and in touch with everybody. And for me, that brings a need in me to be the change I want to see. So if I can change myself, if I can walk my talk, if I can live a life that expresses the way I would love our children, our grandchildren, the rest of the world to be, then I know I'm making a change. Now that change in itself expands my own spiritual awareness, because I'm living in a way that I feel fully would benefit many. And in that my higher self can help me, and my higher self will be clearer. So be the change you want to see in your life. Walk your talk and act upon the guidance that you hear. Now there's a few more things. They're very simple. Be grateful for everything you have, because I'm telling you guys, you have got masses. Celebrate every single thing that you do. Now, even if you feel like it's a failure, I tell you what, it's not. I had a great friend years ago who was helping me when I first set up it was 2004 when I first set up, and I was trying to find clients. And he said to me, Sarah, cold call, phone everyone you know. And I went, I can't do that. They'll not want me. They won't want to hear what I've got to say. And he said, it's not the outcome that you'll be celebrating. It's the fact that you were brave and you went and did it. And that's what I say here. There's no failures. There's celebration in action. There's celebration in connection. There's celebration in expansion of your awareness. There's celebration in processing, always. So make sure that you're doing that, because the energy of celebration combined with the energy of gratitude means that you're loving yourself. And if you're loving yourself, then you will be moving towards all that you can be. Love, after all, is the highest vibration of our whole universe, and something that lifts us and clears our energy and acts like a magnet. If you love you, then all sorts of other things come towards you. Now, I hope that's been interesting for you today. If you've got questions, stick them in the comments. I'll be back tomorrow around 4 or 4:30. I'll schedule it in the morning depending on my schedule. I'm going to be talking about why shamanic support is absolutely crucial for entrepreneurs earning top money, or entrepreneurs anyway. Shamanic support is something that gives you the edge, and I'm going to be talking all about that tomorrow. In the meantime, if you're interested in having a look at how to expand your own levels of self-belief, I'm running a challenge, a mini course next week for 3 days. So do come and join me. If you want the link, come on my group, Expand Your Energy, Expand Your Impact. All the information is on there. Lots of love. Bye guys. See you tomorrow.